Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to cook some very simple Mexican dish, very common. It's called carne de puerco a la mexicana, which it just means we're going to take some pieces of pork and we're going to mix it with onions, 2 pieces of habanero peppers, 5 tomatoes, and 2 garlic cloves, and a dash of salt, and we're going to add a little bit of water to it. First, you chop up the pieces of pork into pieces like that, and now we're gonna put some oil into our skillet. We're gonna heat that up. While that's heating up, I want to give a shout out to Eric. Eric, my friend, he lives in Philadelphia, in the United States, and I know I don't do a lot of videos in English, but he's always asking. I always think of him when I make a video in English, and I always send him the link so he can watch it. And I made another video where he was supposed to cook some empanadas, I think, something like that. One of a very common Mexican dish, but I don't think he ever got around to it because he never told me if he did it or not. So we're just gonna wait for this to heat up. You add maybe 4 tablespoons of cooking oil of your choice. And we're gonna go ahead and put the meat on there. And we're just gonna wait for that to cook. We're gonna stir it a little bit. So once our beef is cooking, we can add a dash of salt to it. And I just want to tell you that you can make this with chicken. You can make it with beef. It doesn't exactly have to be pork. It's very common to see in Mexican households. They make this. They mix the onions, peppers, and tomatoes with a lot of different things. Potatoes. You can do it with. They do it with. We do it with. Also with eggs. So a lot of dishes have these. Those are the main ingredients in Mexican culinary. We're just gonna keep stirring it. Let it cook. Let that meat cook. Once this meat is cooked, fully cooked, we're gonna add our peppers, onions, garlic, and tomatoes to it. We're just gonna let that cook. Now that our meat is fully cooked, we want that golden brown color. That's what we want. Okay, we're gonna take this remaining oil. We're gonna take it out. Not all of it. We're just gonna leave like 1 teaspoon of it. Okay, so now that we have our remaining oil there, it's about 2 spoonfuls. We're gonna add our other ingredients to this, and we're gonna set this to medium heat. So I set the range to medium heat. Now we're gonna add our ingredients, our tomatoes, our garlic, and our peppers. We're just gonna add that, and we're gonna let that oil cook it. We're gonna stir it. Make sure we get the ingredients. Make sure that the meat absorbs all the ingredients, and we're gonna let it cook for a couple of minutes. We're also gonna add our water. This is the amount of water that we're just gonna add, just a little bit, maybe around 1-2 inches of water. And we're gonna add a dash of salt. We're gonna add some little bit of salt. So we're gonna stir it. If it needs salt, we can always add it later. We're just gonna stir it. If you don't add the water, it's gonna come out too dry, so you always want to add water, 1/4 of a cup of water. It's always good. Depends on how much meat you're gonna cook, but we really do want to stir it. Give it a nice little stir. Let the beef absorb the flavor. Okay, you can see that it's really cooking nice. Everything looks good. The color smells really good. Now we're gonna add a lid, and that's how we're gonna make it cook even faster, and it's gonna make the tomatoes, onions, and peppers so much softer. Now make sure you have this on medium. Now we're gonna let that cook for a couple of minutes, and then I'll show you how it's gonna look, how it's gonna come along. I say you could do it for 6 or 7 minutes, 5 minutes too. Okay, everybody, so I taken off the lid, and you can see how nice that looks. Looks really good, smells really good, and guess what? It tastes really good. This is called carne a la mexicana, which means, well, it will translate to Mexican pork. I mean beef cooked Mexican style, I guess. you, you would translate it that way, and you see how yummy that looks. Well, that's it. We can turn this off. And you see how our ingredients look really nice. The tomatoes, peppers, and onions, they're all really soft now, and that's gonna make the beef also a lot softer. So that's how it looks. And here's the final result. Like I said, it's very simple. It's not complicated, and I hope you guys try it and let me know how it turned out. Please leave a like, please leave a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video.